Greetings, people. You are the reviews. Right now, we're going to be talking about. This is the movie news section of the show. Sorry. And we're going to be talking about little tidbits of news. Me and Irv are going to be breaking down little topics that came out this week. So, Irv, what's the first topic of discussion?
So we've got Nazanin Boniadi, who is in Homeland. She plays one of the CIA agents. So I'm not watching this season, by the way, but she's in there.
Familiar.
She's cast as the female lead for Ben-Hur.
I like that. You know, I like that they're going with like some sort of diversity. You know, as
she's
far as
Iranian
like race
British
in the roles, and you know that's really a good look. So I'm really curious to see, you know, how that whole thing's gonna turn out, because you know, I mean, Jack Houston as the lead, you know, Morgan Freeman involved as well, and I mean, I think it might be like a, you know, in the right hands with the capable director and stuff, it should turn out being like a good film. I mean, you know, Ben-Hur's a classic, but then this is obviously a remake, but. Thinking that, you know, with the talent that's involved, there are some nice up and coming talent.
Yeah,
it should turn out good, and I like that they're throwing the diversity in there. I mean, it's needed in Hollywood, and you know, this should you know, garner some sort of respect. So I'm thinking they're going in the right direction with that. So yeah, we can move on to the next topic.
So Bond 24 is now called Spectre.
Yeah, no,
and
Spectre.
the cast, has also been finalized. So that's that.
Okay, so well, Spectre basically is the villainous organization of Blofeld
It stands
from Goldfinger.
for Special Executive for Counterintelligence, Terrorism, Revenge and Extortion.
Yeah, so I mean, basically,
Blofeld, did you say?
Blofeld, yeah, he's the leader of the organization. He started on, you know, was in Goldfinger. You know, he had Jaws as his henchman and so forth, and. I think now Mr. Hinks will be the henchman now, and this will be played by Dave Bautista.
That's right, which is insane.
Yeah, it's crazy. So I'm looking forward to that. I think this is getting to the Bond now where it's fun. You know, I think this now is like Daniel Craig portrayal of like the James Bond. That's like the Roger Moore James Bond, the suave, smooth type James Bond. You know what I mean? He's not he's not the hard James Bond like Sean Connery was, a tough guy, macho. James Bond now, he's now getting into that smooth, suave role now. Yeah, polished role now. So, and this now is like Spectre, of course, like infiltrated like the whole government. So this is almost like a spy thriller. You know, so this is more like he's doing a lot of investigating, a lot of digging around. I think M now, played now by Ralph Fiennes, I think that's going to be a more deeper role, because of course now he's going to be, you know, facing off with the government as well, and I think it's just going to be crazy. You know, a lot of espionage going on, and you know, I'm always a Bond fan, and I think like Daniel Craig has proven to be like, you know, one of the best incarnations of James Bond since he came out. You know what I mean? Quantum of Solace is an okay film, but Skyfall just blew it out the water for me. I thought it was a brilliant film.
I like Skyfall.
And yeah, I think that like definitely looking forward to this one, especially returning back like to the Spectre, to Blofeld, all of these, and Christoph Waltz as a villain. I mean, come on, you can't
go wrong. He plays a great bad guy.
He can play a villain sleepwalking. You know what I mean? Like seriously, and it's like, you know, brilliant. You know what I mean? So that right there is just a good addition to the whole thing, and I'm looking forward to that when it's ready to come out. So yeah, next topic.
So we were talking about Sony being hacked, and it, like, we weren't sure where it came from, and like, could it be a prank? Point where a lawsuit could come about. I mean, all this information's been released, hacked into, and also films have been leaked.
Like tons of films have been like
Fury,
leaked right now, like Fury HD copies, like all of
like
these films,
proper
like
high res.
Like everything is online now. I mean, it's there for the taking, so it's like
all this information, and it wasn't protected properly. Like they had a password folder entitled password, and it wasn't password protected. Like you could just click into it.
You know what? Like seriously,
it was insane.
It's all juvenile
it's
stuff,
all this personal information as well. And I think I was reading an article on BuzzFeed about in California, if your personal information's been hacked into, like from work or something,
you can sue the company.
Yeah, but they have to tell you within a certain period of time, otherwise you can sue them. But the office hasn't been formally told, and Sony even released a statement saying something like, "Oh, it's just an IT glitch," but it's not now because
this is all out there. But I mean, like seriously, like I'd be suing right away. Like
your personal details, like
lawsuit right away. Sony will have to break me up. Like Sony's already in financial trouble. This is just making.
This is the second time as well. Like their security has been hacked into because it happened with like their PlayStation.
The PlayStation, when I heard they have to give out all this free stuff, like 15 million worth of free. But like seriously,
it's not good enough. Like, how can you be one of the biggest like digital corporations?
Listen, but this is what you call a wake up call. You know what I mean? This
well, you would have thought the PlayStation hack was a wake up call.
Yeah, well,
how can someone get access to an executive's breastfeeding schedule? Like, that's just outrageous to me.
Yeah, well, listen, they're paying the price for it right now. They're paying the price, and Sony needs to get their act together and they need to tighten up the ship. Because the ship is really sailing off course, and it's going to be probably ending up like the Titanic if they don't, get their stuff together.
And we still don't know who Guardians of Peace, who these people are. So.
Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, they showed Sony, they're leaking the stuff, they're losing revenue, they're already been losing revenue, they're in a lot of financial situations. They might have to be selling off the Spider-Man franchise, a whole bunch of rumors going on about that. They need to just kind of like sort out themselves, and that's just proof that they need to get their act together because, fix up and look sharp. Simple as that. So anyway, we can move on to the next topic.
So we have now finalized the Suicide Squad.
Oh man, that was just some amazing news. This right here is like a star-studded cast. Yep. Warner Brothers is pulling no punches. They're swinging for the fence. They're going for everything. It's all in. You know what I mean? This is all the money in. Money is in the bank. Ching, ching. Brings trucks pulling up at houses. It's getting deep, people. Like right now, okay, first and foremost, let's just go through the list.
Yeah. So Jared Leto is confirmed for the Joker.
All right. First of all,
and obviously mixed feedback.
Whoever is saying, Jared Leto is not going to be a good Joker, they just need to sit down.
Because they said that about Heath Ledger. They said that about every time someone's cast to play a Batman role.
I am looking forward to Jared Leto's performance as the Joker. I think he's going to bring a different vibe to the Joker. I think he's going to bring a more sinister Joker. Like this other Joker in the Christopher Nolan was more of like the killing Joker. I think he's going to be more of like a Hannibal Lecter, insane, mentally disturbed psychopath. And that's how he should be portrayed. I don't really think he's going to have a major role in the Suicide Squad. Don't think he's going to be a part of the Suicide Squad. They just need him as a connection to Harley Quinn. You cannot have Harley Quinn without the Joker.
Yeah, and
two of them are together.
Quinn will be Margot Robbie as we.
First and foremost, she looked like Harley Quinn.
She does,
and it's perfect. She did the New York accent brilliant in Wolf of Wall Street. She's going to nail it. I know she's going to nail it. I have no doubt. Let's move on from there. We can move on from that because she's going to smash it.
So Will Smith is Deadshot.
Will Smith as Deadshot. Now this is insane. First and foremost, when I heard they were going for Will Smith, I was worried, but I wasn't so worried because boom, his wife is in Gotham, so she already has some sort of ties to the DC universe as far as like the television. So obviously, Will Smith, as far as his like acting career is going, he's been a lot of bombs recently, and I think this right now is going to be a different type of role that Will Smith has ever played. Like this guy, Deadshot, is assassin. He's a psychopath. He's insane.
Wait to see him play.
I want him to play a dark role. I want him to play an unforgiving role, a real.
Because he always plays like the good guy or the anti-hero type.
Yeah, but I want him to be that real villain, that psychotic villain, and I want him to show us that I can pull this off, and that's why I want to see him pull it off. So I'm looking forward to that. I hope he's a good actor. He proves it to us all the time, but prove it to us more and show us that you can be that villain, that everybody wants to hate and despise. Yet still he's trying to do something right. You know what I mean? To lessen him sentence, and that's what the Suicide Squad is all about.
Yeah.
So looking forward to that.
Courtney is Captain Boomerang, which we spoke about.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's ideal. I mean, he's Australian natively, so I mean, it works out. So this guy is Australian guy, Captain Boomerang's Australian guy, so I think it's gonna work. So I mean,
Cara Delevingne, the model, is Enchantress.
Well, I mean, she almost looks like she can bewitch anybody. So that's just ideal. Right
Very
there.
well put.
Yeah, she can just bewitch anybody, get anybody to do anything that they want. So she has the looks for it. So I think it's going to, it's going to work. It's just almost like Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. You cast these unknowns, limited acting ability, but obviously Warner Brothers find something in them that say, you know what, you can pull this off, then pull it off.
And of course Tom Hardy is Rick Flag, and they say that he might be like the leader of the gang.
Yeah, well, in Incarnations in the comics, Rick Flag is the leader of the Suicide Squad. He's like one of those characters where he is really like a good guy, but he got framed for a crime he didn't commit, and like he's basically looking for, you know, to try to clear his name more or less. So I think that's the kind of vibe that they're going to go with him.
Yeah.
So he's going to be like a guy that's just innocently convicted, but, you know, he gets his opportunity to do this thing to lessen his sentence and, you know, try to, you know, clear his name or do whatever I have to do. So this is going to be good. I feel like him and Will Smith are going to be bumping heads a lot.
Yeah. That's going to be fun to watch.
Oh, that's going to be crazy. Just
that's
the two of
them. To watch.
You know, two stars like that, you know, facing off.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be good. But the thing about the Suicide Squad though, a member normally dies. Like somebody is going to get whacked. And if anybody get whacked, it might be Boomerang. Who knows? People having bets right now. People are throwing bets in and saying who's going to be going first.
Yeah.
But somebody's going to go, I think, you know, but who knows?
Do you think by the end of the first film someone will die?
Oh, well, they could die in like the first 10, 15 minutes of the mission.
True.
You know what I mean? Like, you don't even know how this thing might play out.
That's true.
That's the Suicide Squad. They're going on these suicide missions. This is all about.
Yeah.
You don't come
and
back from them.
speaking of Suicide Squad, they're overseen by the character of Amanda Waller.
Yeah.
Is that right? And so now they're looking for Oprah Winfrey, who might be the studio's top choice, which is the studio so
wants,
cool.
Yo, listen, if Oprah Winfrey wants to play that badass
I feel like she could
boss,
do it.
I feel like she can pull it off.
She's already a boss, but
yeah, but
know.
I mean, more of an edge to her, you know, more like a hard edge, you know. You don't care if you're like a supervillain or you're a killer. She's just like, listen, get the job done, or I will blow your brains out. Simple as that, you know what I mean? Just like that.
She's an Academy Award winning and
yeah, but I mean, the thing is, even if they don't get Oprah, it doesn't matter because they have other two. One Viola Davis, she's another one out for the thing. I think she'll do brilliant as well. She has a nice look to her as well. I feel she can pull it off.
Yeah.
She's one of my favorites, of course, for the role more than the other one, Olivia Octavius. I think Spencer.
Yeah.
I think Viola Davis might be the one close to getting that role. If Oprah says no, if Oprah says yes, then
I think either or.
Oprah. Yeah. But Viola Davis or Oprah, but I mean, definitely Viola Davis.
Yeah.
I mean, if you say Oprah as Amanda Waller, everybody's just going to see it as Oprah, not Amanda Waller.
That's
you know what
true.
I mean? So, better you get like another actress now so she can get some shine. Cause Oprah don't need the money. Come on.
Shit.
Yeah, and true. She definitely not begging for a role. So, that's it. She wanted actually just acts, you know what I mean? That's her thing. But yeah. Yeah, so what's the next order of business?
Benedict Cumberbatch is playing Doctor Strange. That's been confirmed.
Yeah, finally. I mean, I heard, you know, he was in talks initially first for the role.
Yeah.
And then, you know, that fell through, and then
a whole bunch of other names came
out. Then Joaquin
Phoenix, Ethan Hawke, Jared Leto. Yeah, it's just a whole bunch of them.
Big whole, you know, Dragon, and then that never went through. Then boom, you know, they eventually worked it out with Benedict, and I think, you know, he's a brilliant person to bring on for this. And I heard that Avengers: Age of Ultron are doing some reshoots, so I think since they got Benedict, we might see a cameo of Doctor Strange.
Maybe it might be like at the end,
post-credit scene.
Yeah.
So I think that, you know, something is going to definitely be going down. So I'm looking forward to that. I feel that, you know, it's gonna pop off, and I feel that he's gonna be a good Doctor Strange, a good Sorcerer Supreme. So yeah.
And finally, they've set Ryan Reynolds for Deadpool.
Oh yeah, well,
that what was finally it, a test screen?
Yeah, well, it was just test footage.
Yeah,
and like Ryan Reynolds been campaigning this whole Deadpool thing from the beginning, and it was no question that he was definitely going to sign. And the studio, of course, they chose him. It wasn't a question, but it was just like saying, "Is it official?" And it's now been official. The papers are signed. He's Deadpool. I'm really looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to the incarnation. If it's anything like the test footage, it's going to be insane. So, Fox, do not disappoint us. Do not put out a crappy Deadpool movie. Give us something that the fans want, and don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. Please do not spoil it. That's all I'm saying. Don't spoil the movie. Yeah, next order of business.
And finally, they've set Jessica Jones for the
yeah, so they casted Jessica Jones for the Netflix
the
series for
Kristen Ritter. She was in Breaking Bad.
Yeah, she was Jesse's ex-girl in former girlfriend in Breaking Bad. And
that's right.
Yeah, I think that you know, she's a good cast. I mean, Jessica Jones is this character that went through a lot of post-traumatic stress, a lot of stuff, but she's also powerful. She can fly. She has super strength, invulnerability. So she's great, and she has a relationship with Luke Cage. Actually, have a kid together in the comics.
Yeah,
so it's really cool.
That's
yeah, it's really
nice.
nice. You know what I mean? Nice, you know, couple, and I heard they cast Luke Cage as well.
Yeah, Mike Colter.
Okay, so yeah, but I'm just glad that they're getting the ball rolling, and I mean the next person to be cast, I guess, would be Iron Fist.
Yeah.
So that would just complete the whole Defenders. I'm looking forward to the Netflix series. I think it will be brilliant when that comes out. So yeah, that's some good news. At least Marvel is doing their thing in the TV universe, and they're doing their thing in the film universe as well, and so is DC. So all this casting news has been great. And guys, listen, do remember, subscribe to the show, youtube.com/YardaReviews, as well as email us at yarda.reviews@gmail.com, as well as follow us on Twitter at YardaReviews, and as well as log on to Irv's WordPress, bigpicturesmallscreen.wordpress.com. All the reviews, all the news, all the episodes, everything is there. So log on. Me and Irv signing out. Big up yourself.